Alright, so
Hello
we're
again,
going on
everyone.
our marathon
I've
run,
just
about to
finished
start,
running
and we've got
my marathon
5 of us and
for
Ferdy on the
Mind,
coordinator.
which is the mental health charity.
I find this so bad.
And
I can't do this, Ferdy, this
let
is
me
too
tell you, it was tough. Very tough. Probably the toughest thing I've ever done. But the real question is what time did I do it in? Well, I'll get straight to the chase and say the first half was 2 hours, which is I blitzed out the first half, thinking I was the boss really, and just the man, whatever. And I just zoomed around and doing 10 kilometers an hour, and everything was going well. And I had four others running with me for half of it, for the first half, and then a friend of mine from rugby, Bosch. He ran the second 10k, so 10 to 20k, and we had Daisy, Sam, Zoe, and Rosie running the first half of me, and they did an awesome job. They were keeping the pace with me, and I was going fast. I wanted to push them to go faster, and I guess I kind of let my ego get in the way of the bigger picture. But I was feeling fresh, and I felt really good. Knees didn't hurt. I had a little blister, but I got a Compeed plaster on it earlier, and it didn't affect much of the run at all. And then after halfway, a friend of mine named Jack, or Weasel as we call him, he was running half with me, and the next 2 laps was just me and him. And throughout the whole thing, I forgot to mention, one of my best mates, Ferdinand, he cycled from his girlfriend's house 9 miles to get to where we were doing the running, and then he was basically the coordinator, or operations manager as I like to call him, and he was coordinating people arriving to run with me, and then making sure we all had water and everything like that, and he did a cracking job, like smashed it. Really, couldn't have done it without him, really. Couldn't have done it without any of them. Like, all my mates were so supportive. And I think that ties into, like, what mental health is really about. It's firstly, running a marathon improves your mental toughness massively. And I wanted to do this marathon without any training to prove that you can do anything you put your mind to, which aligns nicely with the charity called Mind. And finally, you've got your friends with you, and life's all about people for me, and I love the fact that I could experience this grueling 42.26 kilometers with some of my best mates, and it was awesome to have the support and great to have all the donations. It really spurred me on, and it was right. So getting back to the marathon, we did 2 laps with Jack. So each lap was about 5 or 6k. So me and Jack did 10k, and we're still doing great pace. We're going 10 kilometers an hour. I think it took us an hour to do the next 2 laps. I think it took us an hour to do 11k actually, and then it set in, I guess, the wall, or whatever everyone calls it. So at 30k, that next lap was grueling. That last 12k. So at this point, my friends Fraser and Biko arrived. Biko Bird. And Biko Bird, he doesn't run a lot, but it was the first time he's ran in a while, and he said he was going to do 5k, but he smashed it. He did like 12k, I think, in the end. And Fraser's just an all-round athlete. He's like, I think he's got an Ironman coming up, and I'd love to support him for that. I want to do an Ironman, so I'd love to do one with Fraser one day. But yeah, so Fraser knew what he was talking about, and it's really good to have Fraser there. And Jack Barton smashed it with the half marathon. And now the big reveal. How long did it take? Well, we're currently at 3 hours, and the last 12k took me an hour and 28 minutes. So overall it was 4 hours and 28 minutes, which for not doing any training, that's all right, I guess. I would have liked to do it in 4 hours, ideally, because that's, for me, that was doing 10 kilometers an hour all the way around, and that would have been really good. But honestly, I was throwing up so much because I was just drinking. Bear in mind, I've never done like running or anything, and I just did this fight. So I was just downing water. I had these gels, didn't really know what they did, so I just took loads of them like throughout the thing. And it was the eggs on toast, the scrambled eggs on toast, 20 minutes before going on the run that I had, and it all came back up on the like 7th, 8th lap. And yeah, it's very mentally that those 2 laps were the toughest, because you got to keep on pushing. I didn't feel much pain. It was just the fact that I was just throwing up so much, and it was horrible. But we pushed through, and I couldn't have done it without the boys there at the end. They're really encouraging, and great to do it with some of my best mates growing up, because it'll be a great memory. And that, for me, that's what mental health is all about, is coming together, supporting, solidarity among your friends, and just supporting each other no matter what, and just pushing each other through the good times, the bad times. We're there. I think just goes to show teamwork makes the dream work. That's so cringy, but it's true. And life is all about people. And that's kind of where I want to finish. Another highlight was on the way back, on the last final stretch, the last 1 kilometre. My mum came up with my dogs, and they ran the last kilometre with me, and I dreamed about that, and it happened in reality, and that made me so happy, like just that last burst. And then once I finished the race, I was absolutely dead, and I think that's when I hit the wall, when I finished, because like everything was hurting and everything. I could hardly walk. But then I've got back, done some recovery stuff, and I feel fine now. So yeah, not too bad. Will I do it again in the future? Not anytime soon, but I want to do Ironman. So looks like got one more marathon in the locker, I guess. Maybe dust off the old. I don't even have any running shoes or anything. I've got like these trainers. Like wasn't prepared at all. I literally just got out of bed and went on the run. So yeah, I guess it just goes to show you can do anything you put your mind to. And I'm all about personal growth, and this was definitely a challenge. Ticked it off the list, as per se, and hopefully a few more challenges in the future. Anyway, I'll probably add in a little montage of some of the clips that we got from the run. 30 was there the whole time, and he was the rock that held us all together, the glue. And he got some clips on his GoPro, so I'll add a little montage of the clips of the running at the end of this video. But apart from that, that's all from me. And if you haven't subscribed, I just ran a marathon. I mean, come on, you gotta do it. Yeah. Anyway, I've already done it, so I would do it, but I've already done it. I'll stop rambling now. I'll leave a link to the donation page for the charity. I think we've raised £300. Would love to hit 500 if possible. Hopefully, hopefully we get that. And I'll see you next time. Adios.
Right, so we're going on our marathon run, just about to start, and we've got 5 of us and 30 on the coordinator. I find this so bad. I can't do this, Ferdy. This is too crazy.